right? To be able to upload your files, your folders, or your projects, the project files, everything, your source code to your GitHub account. Are you facing, because sometimes it becomes challenging for you to be able to upload them. And I'm going to show you today how you can be able to upload these files directly from your desktop of your computer, your desktop, your PC, or your laptop directly into your GitHub account to be able to save your files there. That's a remote repository, right? Your GitHub account. I'm going to show you how you can be able to do that for us to be able to see. So the first thing we are going to do is to open any browser of your choice. And then you just have to just open your GitHub account. So mine is already open. So the GitHub account is going to open directly. I'm just going to go directly to my profile. So where we are standing, I want to go to what to upload a particular project. There's a project I'm having on hotel management system. Or what are the files? If you want, I'll show you how you can upload only the files, and directly I will upload the entire folder that is holding the project. Okay, so you can know how to do that. So if you want to do that, there are various ways you can do. You can come here to this plus sign and just click on create new repository, because we need to create a repository that we are going to use in order to be able to upload our files or our project or whatever we are uploading into our GitHub account. So we need to be able to do what? To be able to create our repository. So click on create new repository. When you click on it, it's going to open like this. So the first thing you need to do is to write the name of your repository. So now the name I'm giving on my repository is just the name of the project, which is hotel management system. So the hotel management system project that I'm having, the description I'm giving is optional, but I'm just going to give it as a Python project. Say Python project because it's a Python project. It's written in Python programming language. And then you can want to keep it as public or private. So I'm just going to keep it as public because this is a project that is in my YouTube, my YouTube page that I'm directing. I'm directing those who are interested to come here and freely download the project. So I'll keep it in public. So, and I can add a README. I add a README directly there. So everything as it is, or just leave everything by default. And I'm just going to click on create a repository. So now we've created this repository. This is a repository hotel management system, the repository I've created. And this repository is just empty. So now we need to do what? The next thing we need to do is to be able to upload, we want to be able to bring files, to bring the folder, the particular project into this. So come here where we have add files. You just click there. It says create a new file. We want to create a new file. I want to upload the file that you already have in your system. Yes, I want to upload the file I already have in my system. So if I click on upload file, it's going to open here. And when you open here, what is it I want to do? You can go directly to your system and drag and drop. I'm going to show you how you can drag and drop, or you can choose your files, and it's going to open for you to be able to choose the files and be able to upload. So if I click choose files, then it's going to come here. This is a particular project. I can choose all the files that are here. Select all these files. These are the files that are under this hotel management system project. It's just a small project. It's not really it's not a huge type of project. I click on open. So when I click on open, automatically what happened? The files are going to be uploaded here. So you see it's uploading them. These are the files, they are uploaded. The last one is still coming. Now it is done. Once it is done, what you need to do is to commit the changes. That is what you should do. And then another way again in this that we can do, that I'm going to show you, I'm just going to leave. I've not committed it, but I'm leaving the files here. Now I want to drag the entire project, just the folder. I don't want to just upload these particular files one after the other like this. What I'm going to do is just to drag the entire folder that is containing all of these things at once. So let me just minimize this. Go to my desktop where that particular project is. I'm just going to open where that particular project is. So this is a project that is having these files. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to take this particular folder. I'm just dragging it and dropping it here. So I've dragged and dropped the folder. You see, automatically as I've dragged and dropped, this is it. I have the folder here. Now let's try. So this is a different way I've showed you. You can drag and drop. The same way as you can do what? The same as you can do what? You can just upload directly. You can upload as I've showed you before. So the first thing I showed you was how you can be able to upload, as I just uploaded the files. To click, choose your files, I choose them and bring. And then I've showed you how you can also just drag the files from your desktop or wherever you kept the files, drag it and just drop it in directly here. Sorry about that. And you're going to have it. So if I don't want to upload, if I don't want this part now, you see, whatever you don't need there. Let's say, for example, I just want to go with the entire folder. You just click on this. I want to go to the entire project folder that I've just uploaded, the one I dragged and dropped. Because inside it, I'm having all the other files. That's why I've just closed those files here. I just deleted them. So I just commit the changes. Once the changes, once I commit the changes, what happened? Automatically, this is a project that is inside this. I've created this particular directory and now I'm having this project. If I click on it, it's going to open for me the project. You see, it's opening. Then I can click now the hotel management system.py, which is this where I can get the source code, everything about this project. So this is it. So if I want to copy the source code, I can copy it. If I want to download this particular project, I can download it. If I want to edit it, when you edit it automatically, this is entirely the source code of this particular project. Everything about this project, this is the source code and everything. So anybody that wants to copy the source code, maybe use it to go to run this project and work with the project on their own at their own level, or want to modify the project, you can come here and take it. You get it? So for those of you who are in my YouTube account, YouTube is at Code Global. So if you go to Code Global, you're going to see everything about projects, Python projects, even the course, the full course, and everything. And if you look at the end screen of this particular class, this particular video, you're going to see the playlist of the Python projects, and also you're going to see a playlist of Python full course. So if in case you want to learn how to become a Python developer, you can click either of it, or you want to go to build your own projects to learn how to assemble your codes to build projects in Python, you can be able to click on it. So that's it, guys. This is the first way in which you can be able to what? Upload files. And mindful of you guys, you can upload only this method can be used to upload files and small projects. What if I have huge projects, massive projects that I'm having massive folders and I'm having huge projects inside? I want to be able to upload it to my GitHub account. So I'm going to show you how you can do that. Let's continue. Going to do is to create a new repository for that, because we want to upload huge files and other things. We want to create a new repository. Let me just say my projects. My projects, I'm just giving the name as my projects. I leave everything by default. I'm just going to, let me say, I'll keep it private. Just leave it private, whatever it is. No, let me leave it as it is. It's okay. So my projects, I'm just going to create it. It's okay. Just click on create repository. So now this is the commands that we are going to use. These commands here we are going to use on any of the Git terminal. So make sure Git is installed in your machine, in your system. You have Git installed. So once Git is installed, if you don't know how to install Git, just go and type git download. You type git download, just git download is fine. Choose the first option. And you choose the first option, then you just click download for Windows. If you're taking your download, if you're Windows, or if it's a Windows operating system for Linux or Mac, whatever you're doing. So mine is Windows, just click on download for Windows. And then it's going to download for Windows. Just take the default options. It's going to download, and you choose the download for Windows. You take all the default options and click installed. That is it. Git is going to be installed. And when Git is installed, you can open any of your terminal. For example, let me just say open our command line in our machine. CMD, the command line on my PC. Just type CMD there. You just type Git. If you type Git, to know if Git is really installed, if it appears like this, everything opens like this, then you have to understand that Git is successfully installed correctly. Means that you have Git running, up and running. Everything in your system is working fine, which is beautiful. Okay, which is very, very beautiful. So now, if you want to open the project now that we want to remove from our local repository now and send it to our remote repository, because our GitHub is our remote repository. So we want to take it from the local repository, that is our machine, our desktop, our PC, wherever the folder we've kept the project is a big project, a huge project, and we want to transfer the files, to copy the files in this particular project. We want to copy our project file, everything about the project. We want to bring it to this particular repository here that is in our GitHub account. How can we do that? These are commands. So you can just go to where the project file is. For example, let's say I'm going to run. I want to copy this particular project. So I'll open in terminal. But this is the one I want that is huge. And so I want to the projects that the name will not be too long to occupy the whole screen, right? So Matlib generator, this is a project. So the same thing we are going to just do. I'm just going to initialize it. I'm just going to do the same thing, following this, the commands. So the first thing, we can just initialize it, but this is not the initializing command. I'm just showing you how we just copy the commands. So we have git init to initialize the git. If I say git init copy, I'm just going to copy there because I want you to be seeing how we are taking, where we are taking the commands. So when I click here, it say initialize empty git repository. So it has just initialized the empty git repository for us, which is beautiful. Now the next thing we are going to do now is what is to run the next command. This next command that we are having here, which is to add a readme. If you want to add a readme to it, yeah, the readme file, yes, copy it, and then just come and paste it again. Then, so I just want the space, I'm taking enter again. So the next thing now is the next command is to add a commit. So I'm just going to add this as my first commit. You get it as the first commit. So git add the period symbol. So if I want to, I see the git add the commit. So if I think now, if I just press enter, it's telling me it's a master root commit. So I'm getting 2 files changed. Call this here, create a mode of that. So you're creating that is what it wants to commit, which we want to commit. That's beautiful. So I'm taking that command. Then the next one is that the branch. We want it to be in the main branch. So copy the branch. So just paste. So then now the next one is to the git remote origin, to add the git remote origin. Now I'm going to explain this command to you very soon. Just wait to understand what this means. So now look at what happens. Now, what with this command, it means that because here, this madlib generator, it is a local repository that this file, the project we are having is in this local repository. Now, what I want is I want to copy it to the remote repository, means we are adding it to the remote repository, which is this the link to our GitHub account. And in that GitHub account, what is this thing? What is the what is the name of the repository that we want to add this particular file to it? I want to copy the content of that project, the project we are having that is on our base machine or our laptop or your PC, on the desktop, whatever it is, wherever the place you've kept it as a remote, a local repository. Now you're copying all the content to your remote repository, to my project, to this remote repository, to my project. So just press enter there. So if I press enter, you see, it means now what I'm going to do is that I just need to go back here now, press enter there. I need to just go back now to this. The only thing we need to do here now is to push it. We have to now push. We have given the location in the remote repository where we want to be able to copy the contents to. So we run this command now, git push to the main. So it's going to push all the content in that particular file, and it's going to push them to this our local, to our remote repository. So the next thing we need to do, the only thing we need to do now to go to see the files, if they have been pushed, they have been copied from that, from the files from the project we have on our machine, on our PC, has been copied now to this our GitHub account in that particular repository. You just need to refresh this page. You see, once we refresh the page, automatically we can now see it. This is the project. The project has been copied. You get it? This particular project has been copied. Everything about this project has been copied, as huge as it is. If you open the project, you're going to see everything there. So guys, hope this is so beautiful to make you to understand how you can copy a huge file, a huge project, a project that is huge, and with all its files and everything from your local repository to your remote repository, many folders at the same time. You can copy them, everything to that particular thing, the steps, follow the steps I've given you, and this is how you can get it. So if you have enjoyed this video so far, please click the like button to boost the algorithm of this channel. And may you also subscribe to this channel. If you have never subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so that you get and when you subscribe, click the notification bell to get notified whenever we upload. And then for those of you who want to know, because this is the projects, we are dealing with Python project. We have various projects on different programming languages and different things we are coding, because it's all about coding, all about development. If you look at the end screen, you're going to see, this end screen, you're going to see Python full course for beginners. And you're also going to see Python projects, another playlist for Python projects. You can click and you can go to work. And these projects I'm giving you with a source code, because if you look in the description below, in the particular my YouTube page, you're going to see the source code of the particular project, and also inside my GitHub account. You just need to follow the link and come there, and then you can download the source code. So guys, thank you. Hope this is helpful. See you in the next